the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's just the two, rural and home counties. Special investment.
There's an explanation.
I'll explain. Okay.
We'll do the roll call, please.
Yes, Debbie? Here. Dave? Carolyn?
Here.
Norm?
Here.
Joe?
Here.
Okay. The next thing is visitors. And we have, neither one of the insurance companies could come, but we do have all their papers. So I think we will, let me see here, do I have that? It's down below under unfinished business, so we'll, and they're not here to present it, so we'll move on.
I have one, thank you.
Okay, comments from the audience? Yes, sir.
I got another question on the road there. Are they
Yeah.
gonna change the fire numbers?
The fire numbers are going to be changed if they can find the money to do it, down the road.
I mean,
That's the county's.
when they were asked, if somebody calls in the address, are they gonna find the place?
I know,
And the sub-mail guy, he's talked to me the other day, he said, well, I'm getting mail for that guy way back there, and there ain't even, it must be danged. Of course, he doesn't even have a mailbox.
right, yeah. You know, that's all up to the county, and I don't know how soon that will happen. It's gonna cost a huge amount of money to do it, because they're gonna do the whole county. And did you hear anything on that, Kevin?
My last understanding of what I heard was 2016. Because they still have to decide, like, who gets Sugar Bush.
Yeah,
From, do we get a Sugar Bush all the way up to just outside of Wausau there's a Sugar Bush? Or do they get Sugar Bush? You can only have one Sugar Bush.
yeah,
So then if the one up in Wausau gets it, then this one needs to be changed and vice versa. I mean, so that's my understanding of the last meeting. It was a while ago and they were talking 2016, but
I don't know whether they'll get it done by then. When we went to the district meeting, I can't remember what the amount of money, but it was huge. It
Well, I
was
just
huge.
mean, so they get a M276
Mhm.
on their house.
they should be able to put temporary ones up. I mean, there again, I would assume it has to be, of course, you talking to somebody up in the county saying, hey, you know, we need fire numbers now. We can change, they'll get changed again, but, you know,
Yeah,
somebody has to put a number up, because correct, otherwise, if it don't show up on a GPS for somebody, you know,
yeah. It's gonna be a mess, and so actually, I spent an hour on the phone with Dane today. And, I think the solution that we're gonna try and move for is to get this thing figured out for that whole road there. McKenna. And then the back part is an easement, and so I think that I am going to try to get together the board. We're gonna have the county come over, and we'll get those residents, all of them on that road. And we'll have a meeting, and we're gonna get it worked out until it's done. Because it's ridiculous. It's one thing after another that's going on, trying to get anywhere. So,
what part of that's that way, right? You're-
right,
Yeah, call Al Kraus. He's the representative.
yeah, I know, but this county is, it's very complicated the way it's gone, because it's all sorts of things have been done and then not done, and nobody knows where anything stands at this point, as far as and we accepted the CSM, but with the understanding that the road was gonna be completed, and now we're being told it is not.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah,
so we'll get it, but I told him we wouldn't be addressing that until after the first of the year, so. And he's not gonna be moving in, I don't think, is he, before?
I really
Before
don't
then.
know, I haven't, I know it's not done. I know
Yeah,
that.
no, he said that was fine with him to wait till after the first year, so that's where we're going with that. Anything else?
No,
Okay, anybody else? All right, let's do approval of minutes, town board minutes from November 10th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from November 10th.
I'll second that motion.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the minutes of November 10th. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote.
Okay, Joe,
I'll abstain.
Norm,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Debbie.
Aye.
There were 2 minutes, actually. 3 minutes.
But
And the
those
one
were
we
the top, the electors, I mean, that
That's
is,
for next year.
Yeah, right. I'm just going through here, I got all my whole pile of stuff. Okay. Plan Commission. Nobody here from Plan Commission. Okay, Fire Department, Kevin, we did get your
Yeah, everybody
report.
got my emails. Did you get one to Mr. Berger, Carolyn? Because you never gave me the email, so. Oh, that's the report. So.
Sorry about that.
That's alright.
What is eyes on it?
Yeah.
I've read it.
You read it, okay.
Yeah, after that, that's about all I got.
Okay. So you did a pretty much recap of the year, that was great.
Yeah, I don't think you want me to read it all, so.
No. That's fine. You
Yeah,
did-
time out. Packers play at
Yeah,
7:30,
you
so.
did a good job. You did a good job here. Okay, did the stuff come from the?
Should be here tomorrow. I have a voicemail on my phone in case anybody doesn't believe me. I can physically play it right now.
What's the,
For the grain rescue kit.
oh,
The guy actually called me and said, "Oh, hey, I finally got the info. I apologize for it taking 3 months," and it was shipped out on Friday.
Okay,
It's not here by Wednesday. I'm going to Indiana, so.
okay.
And I told them that. They
should have
understood.
nice weather for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, once that gets here, then we'll do a quick
Yeah,
thing and away we go.
okay, very good. Library, Ruth.
Okay, the computer technology class, which has been assisted by volunteers, they're planning to continue it on into 2015. Activities, great things that are happening here, which was on November 17th, I think. They had better than 400 people attend that. Girl Scouts have requested to do a project to inform children of the games, the Legos, and the books, and that type of thing in the library. The story time, which is for the preschools, they've got 248 children involved in that.
Wow.
They're looking at another activity called Tuesday Night at the Library, and it will be for working parents, so they can come and spend time with their children at the library. The Lego project, Legos go out to YouthNet 2 times a month, and to Grant School 2 times a month for their after-school program, when the children are through with their homework. And the groundbreaking right now for the new community library project is set for August, unless something changes, but 2015.
Okay, very good. We will go on down to supervisors. Norm?
Thank you, Ruth, for your fine report. The next newsletter will be in spring, summer of next year. On to Carolyn.
Okay, very good.
Keep it short.
Okay. The only thing I have is that I did get a copy of the new calendar for the garbage and recycling, and I am going to be attending that quarterly meeting on Wednesday night, and I will be able to pick up the 750 schedules.
I already have them.
How'd you get them?
I called up Dale Marth and I said I need them before Wednesday.
Oh.
They're back there, he dropped them off at my house last week,
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
all right.
cause, stuff and tax bills.
Okay. Well, I hope there's no discussion that they're changed, anything has changed
Yeah,
at the meeting.
oh, on the schedules?
Yeah.
Well, he,
Yeah.
he didn't say anything.
Okay, okay. We'll hope. Okay, that's it. Okay, and Dave, I don't know that he has anything he didn't say anything. Any reports on highway? And Deb?
For the website, I've talked to John, he is getting started on it, and we're gonna switch it over, so he's working on it.
Okay. Okay, we'll move right on to clerk, approval of checks and financial report.
Okay. Okay, the beginning of the month balance on November 1st was $85,699.52. We have receipts in November of $47,004.18. Disbursements for the month of November were $46,465.61. After making our adjustments for payroll liabilities, we have an ending cash balance on November 30th of $84,506.89. Plus, on this reconciliation that we've been giving you every month, since June, when we bought the fire truck, we've had, you can see on the top half, on Ann's portion, where we take out $140,000 truck loan. We started questioning why, I mean, we know we have to do that to balance, but why? Well, in looking at our accounting, how we entered it, when we entered that loan as a deposit, we offset it with a long-term liability. We never recognized the income and the asset. So it's an accounting, it's just gonna be a debit and credit. We have to make an accounting entry that we have to do at the end of the year. That will go away. That'll fix that. Checks for the month of, or not for the month of November, checks since the last meeting through today were a total of $30,990.40. And that includes checks number 29, 30, 31, 34, and 13095 through 13130, excluding 13109, which was voided because I accidentally printed on it.
Done.
Done.
I'm gonna make a motion to accept the clerk's financial report and checks 29, 30, 31, 34, and 13095 through 13130, with the exception of 13109 and 13102.
13102.
Yeah.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve the clerk's report and the checks 29, 30, 31, 34, and checks 13095 through 13130, except for 13109 and 13102.
Oh, and we were gonna exclude, are we gonna exclude Solaris?
That's the one.
That's one.
That's the 102.
That's the
Oh,
102.
okay.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on this? Any other questions about this, the checks or the report? Okay, Denise?
Okay, Debbie,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Norm,
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay. And we'll move on to Ann for your financial report.
Okay. The checking account balance on the bank statement was $142,565.36. Outstanding checks was $2,697.27. Leaves a checking account balance on November 30th of $139,868.09. Fire department equipment CD has $4,100. Public Works replacement apparatus CD is $40,076.90. Park fund savings account has 36 cents in it because I took everything out and then that's the interest that we had earned, so. Volunteer firefighters fund savings account is $40,461.54. Total cash on hand is $224,506.89. Subtract out the fire truck loan of $140,000 for a total of $84,506.89. And to clarify, the amount of money that you actually have is the $224,506.89.
Okay,
When do we disperse that, next meeting?
29. 29. Okay,
And this is balance November 30th, so some of these checks that are being paid today have not been taken out of that.
Mhm.
okay.
So,
Well, we'll know what it is by then anyway, what we actually have left, so.
Yeah. Okay,
I have one more thing.
yes.
That printout I gave you on the ladder truck last month, that last check to Stainless and Repair, it was a $380 check, which I thought all went to ladder one, but only 130 went to ladder one, 250 went to, what was it?
The
Engine
DOT.
10? Engine
Oh,
10 maybe?
yeah.
What it-
So we actually transferred from the volunteer firefighter savings account, we actually transferred $5,309.90 to the checking account. And this is this, so he knows
Yep,
where we are too, so.
because the 40,000 is after you took this money out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, is there a motion to accept the treasurer's report?
I'll make a motion that we accept treasurer's report.
A second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the treasurer's report. Is there any discussion about anything on her report? Take a vote.
Debbie?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Norm?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, unfinished business. Discussion action on insurance provider for 2015. We actually had 4 people that were interested initially. 2 have withdrawn. And so we have 2 proposals, one from rural and one from Hometown Insurance Agency from Wisconsin Rapids. So you have the sheets there comparing the proposals for the premium.
Where's Hometown?
Here, it's just this.
Just single sheet.
It's all in here?
Oh, and on the back. There's
On the
one
back.
side,
Oh, okay.
two-sided.
Okay.
The one thing that did increase was for rural, for everybody, was the workers' compensation.
That's all based on the wages.
Yes, yes. So everybody got that. So I don't know how you want to,
Question.
yes. Oh, yeah.
What is the difference, if I can ask, between rural and the other one?
Rural, total premium is $19,312. And hometown is $23,854. So. Now, the explanation for the other one that really wanted to participate, you want to explain it, Denise?
Well, sure. First of all, it was Marshfield Insurance, and they sort of dragged their feet and didn't get really excited about getting information until about a week and a half ago. So they were really under the gun to try to get a bid quickly. And so he had 3 insurance carriers that he called who would be interested, and only one of them was interested in working with a town, and that one was EMC, who is the one that Hometown was working with, so they'd already given the bid through Hometown.
So that was the end of Marshfield.
We're presently with
Rural. The gentleman from Hometown did tell me this morning that, you know, Rural really has quite a large market, simply because they have created, you know, a document for municipalities. Whereas, you know, the others have also documents, but they're not primarily just for municipalities, whatever that means, so. So they do have quite a large market. So, do any of you have any questions on this? Did you review any of this with rural?
What was rural's last year?
I think it was more than that.
I thought it was right around 20 grand.
It was more than that,
It
but
was,
what they
yeah.
did was they came back and said, we made a mistake, and then they charged us more.
That is true.
Yeah.
They did raise it.
And some of these companies did call me, so I'm assuming they have the new ladder truck on there.
Mm-hmm, they do.
Yeah.
It should be in that June.
Well, it says the premium on the business owner's policy decreased in 2014 prior to the new ladder truck being added.
$22,475 was the total insurance expense in 2013.
Okay. So they dropped it pretty good. I'll make a motion to accept rural's premium as presented.
Is there a second?
I will second that motion.
Okay, the motion has been made to accept rural mutual insurance proposal as presented and seconded. Is there any further discussion on it?
Okay, Joe?
Aye.
Norm?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Debbie?
Aye.
Okay. Discussion action on employees' salaries. Deb and I did evaluations of all of the following people. And I have before you what we have suggested. So we will be happy to go over any questions that you might have on this. This is, what did I do with my paper? When we did we're suggesting that Ann's salary go from 8,500 to 8,800 per year. That's $300 per year. We had suggested the possibility of doing this last year, and somehow or other, it never happened. So she did not get any increase at all last year, so that's why we feel that this year her salary should be increased. Gene Snyder's is a big, we're asking that he be increased from 14 to 18 an hour. He is on call 24 hours a day, every day. And he has a business that he pays all of his workers $20 an hour.
Wow.
So, I think that he said he just does not feel that he can continue to work for the $14 an hour. We have had a lot of people come forward, speaking to us about how well the roads were taken care of last year in an extreme winter, and felt that we should be paying these gentlemen more. I don't know how the rest of you feel on this. So, do we want to discuss it?
We need a motion made first.
Not necessarily. No, we can discuss it and then you make a motion, and so you don't have to. That was something that they said at the,
They changed it.
yes, they did, at the big meeting in Stevens Point.
In your discussions on putting this together, were you considering what the effect of this is to the budget?
Yes, we did talk about it. I don't know that we ever,
It hasn't been switched around yet, but I know it's gotta be approved first, and then we can make the alterations as we need to. Cause like, for Jean and Pat and Ron, that'll all come out of the highway expenditures anyway, so.
and we did speak to the possibility of the chief. Their salary for the fire chief is $2,500 for a year. We thought maybe we should, I don't know, when was the last time that was increased? Forever ago?
I don't know,
Was that right? I don't think
Yeah.
well, that was 100 years ago.
so. Yeah.
So we were thinking that possibly we needed to go up on the chief and assistant chief, at least $500 per year. And there again, that will come out of their
I'll make a
budget.
motion that we accept this as proposed.
I'll second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded to approve the salaries as proposed. Is there further discussion?
I got it. What are you gonna raise the other salaries to?
Denise really was very happy with where she is, so we're giving her a whopping 25 cents per hour increase. And because we didn't follow through on that a year ago, we did move, that's why we felt that she needed to have more. Pat, we went from $18.75 to $19.50 an hour. Jean from 14 to 18, Ron Durfus to 13, and then the fire chief and the assistant chief. So
Do you have anyone besides Jean?
Ron does help,
Ron too?
yeah. So, and he had been at 11.
Through the year, because it just kinda depends on the snow with Gene, you know, so I mean, if we don't get much snow, we don't get much work. But we still need somebody 24/7 on call, so when we need somebody, he's there, and he has been for how many years already, so.
Oh, and I don't have a problem with what they're being paid.
Yeah, no. It's just that, I don't know what the city workers get paid.
I'm sure they're all over $20 an
I'm
hour.
sure, I'm
I
sure
know I
they are.
checked with the
Yeah,
county's wage scale last year, and Pat was on the bottom,
yeah.
you know, what he's getting compared to what the county workers are getting, and he's doing everything they're doing plus, so, and his is way on the bottom scale, so.
Okay, any further discussion? Let's take a vote.
Debbie?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Norm?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, we'll move on to new business. We had the budget meeting, and we, as a board, now need to approve the 2015 budget that was voted on by the electors.
I'll make a motion to approve the 2015 budget as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, the motion has been made to approve the 2015 budget as proposed and seconded. Is there any further discussion on it? Yes.
I don't know if I can jump in, but we set our budget for the fire department, so you just put us over by 1,000. Do we need to worry about that?
I wouldn't think so.
Okay. Just asking the question so
Yeah.
I can pass it on.
I know. Okay, all right, no, that's fine. So, okay, any further discussion?
Okay, Debbie?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Norm?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay. The next thing is approve, disapprove ordinance on implements of husbandry after selection of an option. We have to have this done. We've had meetings on it, our education meetings, and we have to make a decision on which option. Joe, did you want to go over some of this, or kind of what we decided?
Yeah, basically, what we're talking about is the implements of husbandry, which are primarily agricultural, heavy and oversized weight, lengths, widths, vehicles being on our roads, and the controlling of that. And we have to, from the state, have to develop an ordinance that's going to address this so that the state and county can enforce what they do on our roads. And they have given us 6 different options, from all the way from us saying we don't care, anything at all can be on our roads, to us being very specific and posting every road separately. And just because of what's involved in trying to figure out the right way to do it, the option that it sounds like from other townships I've been talking to, pretty much everybody around here is taking the 5th option. And what that is they call it opt-in. And it's basically the state highways fall into this category. So we're basically adopting the same regulations that are on the state highways, which in turn are the same highways that our county has adopted. And we have to pass an ordinance requiring category B in all IOH ag CMVs to follow. And there's a table, it's 23,000 per axle, 92,000 gross weight table. And then we have to pass this on to the state, and then we also, and part of it we have to include in this resolution is what we're going to do with, that we're going to allow permits to be given out to exceed these on an individual basis. And with that, we have complete control over where we let people do that. If we want to give out a permit to one of the local farmers or somebody that the local farmer is hiring to move some material for him, we can specify routes that they have to take, that they can't just go anywhere they want to, so we can protect the different roads that we have, our chip seal roads versus our blacktop roads or our gravel roads. And from what we've been discussing, that is the best option, is to do the opt-in and accept the state. I believe from what I read and what I heard, that we have to, I thought there was something about that we had to renew this every year. This is just an annual thing that we have to renew.
Yes.
Now, the way the ordinance reads, that we, the sample ordinance, it sounds like it's in effect forever.
Oh,
Yes.
I typed that. Well, when I was reformatting it for the town, because it was, the sample we got was for the county, and I put all the town verbiage in there. At the bottom of it, we had an option.
Okay.
So I made a choice, maybe I should, I don't know, I mean, I had to type one or the other. So I guess if you guys want it to be
Well-
an annual deal, I can retype it, you won't be able to sign it tonight, but you could vote that way, and I could
I
just.
think it needs to be that way, especially to start with, because we're going into this partially blind.
yes.
And if we do it on a year, then next year we address it again, you know, if at some point in time we see that things are working the way we want them to, if we made some changes to them or whatever, then we can, at that time, say, this is the way it's gonna be, and we can make that a more permanent ordinance. That, I mean, you can always do something with an ordinance, but if you make it that way, you maybe have to do more than just renew it, so.
Is it the one sentence there on the back, further be it hereby ordained that this ordinance shall remain in effect until rescinded by further action of the town board? No, where is
Yes.
That's
that?
it, Carolyn,
Yes,
I'll have
that's
to
it.
retype that.
So that's the one that that's,
Now, technically, I guess we could accept that, because next year the town board can take further action on it.
That's right.
We could do that. But you know, in fact, I think we're gonna have to look at that with the state requirements, we might actually have to do that. Is that, you know, look at it every year.
Well, I didn't make the sentence up, it was,
No, I
it
understand.
was either or, so they did give that option. You know what I mean?
You don't know what the other option was,
I think it was like you said, renew annual.
renew annual.
Yeah.
But we have that option anyway.
We can renew it anytime we want to.
Yep.
We can address it. That was the only thing that I saw that, you know, basically that's what this option E description that you've got there, it has an effect of what's happening, and it talks about the, you know, the weights and all the verbiage for all the state statutes are in there.
yeah.
And then at the bottom is, or the next thing is the ordinance and for opting in on category B. And,
Option E,
yeah,
correct?
yeah, that's what we're looking
Okay.
at, option.
I have the copy of the original here, and it states on here, further be it hereby or ordained that this ordinance shall be in effect for the calendar year of 2015.
Whatever you put on it.
And so then in parentheses, option for length of time of effect. Further be it hereby ordained that this ordinance shall remain in effect until rescinded by further action of the committee. So you put that in versus the further be it hereby ordained that this shall be in effect for the calendar year of 2015.
And the only issue that I have with that is if I heard that we actually have to address it every year, or not. I thought I heard that in one of those meetings, but I don't know that for sure.
We'll just have to make a point of it.
Yeah, I think we can leave this the way it is, it's just that we have to make sure that we address it. If we have to, we'll have to address it. We can find that out pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay,
Do we need to read this?
yes. Yeah, it needs to be read.
Should I read the whole
Yeah,
effective and then the
yeah.
ordinance too?
I don't, you know, I don't know that you can just,
Okay.
the
I'll read it.
sections and so forth, I don't know.
Ordinance number 02-2014, option E, opt-in for category B IOHs pursuant to section 34815, parent 9, parent F 2.8, to follow the table of statutory weight limits under section 348.15, parent 3, parent G. The effect of this option E, adoption of this ordinance pursuant to section 348.15, parent 9, parent F 2.8. For the rest of this, when I read this, I'm not going to read all that. I'll just read. I'll just say it per the statute, per applicable statute. Of Wisconsin statutes as provided by 2013 Wisconsin Act 377 means that the governing body of a municipality or county imposes on all highways or specified highways under its jurisdiction the maximum single axle limits and maximum gross vehicle weight limits as established in the statutes for all category B implements of husbandry as defined in the statutes, and provides, and one of those statutes provides that unless a municipality opts in by adopting a resolution or ordinance, there is no weight limit per wheel, axle, or group of axles on category B implements of husbandry as defined in the statutes. However, the maximum gross vehicle weight of 92,000 pounds applies to these described vehicles. All implements of husbandry are required to comply with seasonal and special postings and any postings on highway bridges or culverts under statutes of Wisconsin. Now, the ordinance to adopt in for category B IOHs to comply with the table of statutory weight limits under section 348.15, parent 3, parent G. Ordinance number 02-2014. Whereas 2013 Wisconsin Act 377 under section 348.15, parent 9, parent F 1 provides there is no weight limitation per wheel or axle or group of axles for category B implements of husbandry as defined in section 340.01, parent 24, parent A 1.b, but does apply gross vehicle weight limitations to these vehicles. And whereas Wisconsin statute 348.15, parent 9, parent F 1 authorizes the municipality or county to require compliance with axle weight limitations established under section 348.15, parent 3, parent G for category B implements of husbandry defined in section 340.01, parent 24, parent A 1.b on all highways under its jurisdiction. Now, therefore, be it ordained by the Town Board of Town of McMillan that pursuant to section 348.15, parent 9, parent F of Wisconsin statutes, all implements of husbandry, including category B implements of husbandry, defined in section 340.01, parent 24, parent A 1.b, may not exceed the weight limits imposed by chapter 348.15, parent 3, parent G of Wisconsin statutes. Further, be it hereby ordained that to exceed the length and or weight limitations on highways under this jurisdiction, a no-fee permit may be applied for, from the municipal jurisdiction. Further, be it hereby ordained that pursuant to section 348.27, parent 19, parent B, 4 M.8, in the event an application for a no-fee permit is made for a category B implement of husbandry as defined in section 340.01, Parent 24, Parent A, 1.b, the municipal jurisdiction or county is required to provide an approved alternate route, which may include highways that are not under this jurisdiction if prior approval has been given by the jurisdiction over the alternate routes not under this entity's jurisdiction for operation of Category B implements of husbandry as defined in section 340.01, Parent 24, Parent A, 1.b. Further, be it hereby ordained that this ordinance shall remain in effect until rescinded by further action of the town board. Further, be it hereby ordained that a copy of this ordinance shall be provided to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation to be posted on the state DOT website. Adopted by the town board of the town of McMillan this 8th day of December 2014. That's the ordinance. There's a note on the bottom. Note for this ordinance to be effective in any calendar year, it must be adopted on or before January 15 of that calendar year or in a prior year. This ordinance should be published in a newspaper or posted within 30 days of adoption pursuant to section 60.80 of Wisconsin statutes for towns or pursuant to section 61.50 of Wisconsin statutes for villages. This ordinance shall also be forwarded to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation via email to agvehicle.dotwisconsin.dotwi.gov for posting on the state website.
This is quite the tongue twister, isn't it?
You did very well, sir.
Yeah.
Have a drink, I need a drink.
Yeah, okay.
So basically, some of the key elements in there are, we're gonna have jurisdiction, like I said, to give permits to people that have to move a extra wide piece of equipment on the road, extra long, extra heavy. That also has to apply, if they're gonna move that, depending on where they're moving it. Let's take an example, some of the people we were working with were people from the Ag Research Station. If they're moving it across our roads and then gotta move it down the county highway, they have to get the permit from the county. Because we don't have any jurisdiction over the county roads, but they have to be in compliance whatever road they're going on. We just have jurisdiction on our own road. So if anybody's got any questions about that, I'll try.
Also, we do have to appoint at the same time a person that will be in charge of issuing the permits, and we have spoken to to Joe about being that person. He does understand it, and I guess that, the Ag Station has been very good about saying that if there's any questions, that we can use their scales or whatever, if you need to determine something. Yeah, so, anyway, that will be we can make another motion to go along with the ordinance. Is there any other questions about this? No? Okay.
I guess I do have one. How are we gonna do this? Are we gonna have to change the date on here and do it as an annual, or just leave it the way it is and make sure we put it in our notes to address this annually?
Will it get lost?
I don't know, Joe's gonna get lost.
Well,
Do you think we should do?
we can do it either way. We do have, we don't have to approve this at this meeting.
No, we got.
Because we got the
next
12th, it's 3 days before we have to have it approved, so we could mull this over a little bit yet and
I'm assuming come next August, September, when farmers wanna haul stuff, it'll be front and center, so.
maybe before that, it'll be spring.
We have
Yeah.
to have this done.
No, I'm saying for the annual, for getting it in a
Oh,
file somewhere,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna forget this one in a file. I'm pretty sure
Right, okay.
It's gonna
Yeah.
We
be,
can do it
Yeah.
either way, but there's nothing wrong with approving this the way it is and just making sure we address it again next year.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make a motion to accept ordinance number 02-2014 as presented.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve ordinance number 02-2014 as presented. Is there any further discussion on this? Okay, take a vote.
Okay, Joe,
Aye.
Norm,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Debbie?
Aye.
Okay. The ordinance is approved. Now, we do then have to get this to the appropriate people, the
Yes.
county, the state, etc. Okay, and, to go along with this, part of this whole thing, do we have a motion to approve Joe Berger as the chairman of the implements of husbandry?
I so move.
And I'll second it.
Okay. Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve Joe Berger as the chairman of the animal husbandry ordinance. Is there any further discussion on this? Okay, let's vote.
Okay, Debbie?
Aye.
Carolyn?
Aye.
Norm?
Aye.
Joe?
I'll abstain.
Okay. Thank you very much, Joe. There, okay. Now I have to find my,
Set caucus.
set the caucus date for January.
It's December.
January 12th.
Is our next
That's our
meeting.
meeting.
You wanna do that?
So we do it just before the meeting,
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
like at 6:30? Okay. Okay. You don't need to vote on that, do you? No. Okay.
Just letting you
We,
know.
we approve it. Okay, approve, disapprove fire department officers. We have 2 new officers. Kevin, do you want to, okay, we had,
Assistant chief will be Jason Dahmers and captain will be Adam Knapp. So all we're looking for is approval from the board.
but we approved last month Adam as lieutenant,
Yep,
So-
now we're approving him as captain.
captain.
And then next month, you will be approving lieutenants.
Yes. Okay.
I was hoping to have it all done by the end of the year, but just sometimes it don't work that way.
Well,
We'll have it over there, it just won't be approved
well,
over
it
here.
could, we have our meeting, we have that last meeting, the 29th.
Oh, that's right, ours is the 28th. Okay, if you want to put us on the agenda, because that'll be what, a noon meeting, or are you doing a night one?
It'll probably be in the evening, regardless, 29.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, because that's when we do the assignment of all the funds,
Okay,
and then, so when is the actual switchover?
January 1st.
So the oath of office can be done on when?
Supposed to be done tonight, but,
I'm assuming we're gonna have to postpone
Well,
that.
but no, I put that on there, but I don't,
No, that's-
that's incorrect, I think, because,
No, I told
Because-
everybody that they're gonna be sworn in tonight to be here, so. As you can see, we probably should try that on the next agenda.
I guess so. So, I thought that when they took the oath of office, though, that it meant that they immediately moved into it.
Nope,
No.
no, oath is just swearing in, because we've already had to swear people in over in Denise's office, so that doesn't mean they take it right then.
Okay,
It's just a matter of, I was trying to get everything cleaned up for the end of the
Yeah.
year, so.
well, didn't
Okay.
happen.
No, so pretty much I sat here because I wanted to know what husbandry was.
Okay.
I missed 15 minutes of the game, but now I know.
Okay, all
I know
right.
what husbandry is.
Yeah, I know what husbandry is.
Okay, now who's the assistant chief that we need to approve?
Jason Dahmers.
And captain?
Adam Knapp.
I'll make a motion to accept Jason Donners as assistant chief and Adam Knapp as captain as presented.
Second?
Motion's been made to approve Jason Darbus as assistant chief, Adam Knapp as captain. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we'll vote.
Okay, Debbie,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Norm,
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Okay, one more thing, and then we're finished. Christmas bonuses for employees.
What did we have last year?
I thought it was 100 for full-time and 50 for part-time.
Okay,
It's Denise and Pat. Jean and Ronnie get one too?
yes.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion to keep it the same as what we had last year.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, the motion has been made to make the Christmas bonuses the same as last year, following the same guidelines.
Joe?
Aye.
Norm,
Aye.
Carolyn,
Aye.
Debbie?
Aye.
Okay,
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
aye. Aye.
Aye.
Do you need my email address?
Yes,
Huh?
You need my email address?
Nope, I won't. No. Sorry, man, I tried.
we will.
Bravo.
Maybe you should give it to me though, Joe, so that I have it now. I guess
I think we
Denise,
have it, Denise, it's usually.
Denise
in
has
the-
it.
Denise has it, but I don't have it.
Yeah, you will, if you look on your, anything she emails us, like our agendas,
It's on there, you
it's on there. It's in the title up by whoever gets
know. Write it
one.
down, write it down. Here, I got it written down already.
Okay. Very good, thank you.